Hi everybody, welcome to Wine Talk Wednesday at Barzy Winery. I have the distinct pleasure of sitting down with Patrick and Crystal Burns. You know them from Palace Coffee. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
It's a distinct pleasure?
It is. I'm glad.
That's a good
You
word.
guys are busy.
That feels so classy.
I'm glad that I get to sit down and drink wine with you today.
Well, you invite us and give us alcohol, we're going to show up and talk. So
Okay.
We're not scared.
that's the
All
easy way
Well,
to get us
come
in
out
front of
and drink with
anybody.
you anytime.
Okay, we'll do that.
I love it. Okay, so today we are going to play the Newlywed Game. I wish I could sing the theme song for you. Both of you a series of questions. We asked both of you the same question, but we're going to take this individually.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with you, Crystal, and you just answer
So
out
I get
loud.
my questions,
Yes.
my answers?
Yes.
Okay,
What
got
you
it.
would say for you.
Okay.
And then we'll
Okay.
have to see
how
if his
right
answer
you
matches yours. Yes.
Okay.
How well you know me.
After almost 19 years of marriage
Yeah.
and 22 years together, I hope
This
a lot.
could get embarrassing.
We'll see.
This could get embarrassing.
All right. So how many cups of coffee do you drink throughout the day?
I probably drink about 3 cups.
Two
Two.
to three
I feel like
cups.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say
That kind of hit the nail on the
It
head
does, because
you
here's the
said
thing.
about 3.
I
Yeah.
get half cups and then I only drink about half of them, but collectively I feel like it's 2 to 3. So
Yeah.
good job.
Hey,
High fives.
It's really phenomenal. And you are not drinking coffee. What would we find you drinking?
Are you going alcohol or?
You can't choose.
It would either be water or wine, but I'm gonna say he said wine.
Show the folks at home. Ding, ding, ding.
I mean, it's really water.
And that's really my
but
favorite answer. so
whatever.
I'm
Yeah.
really proud of you, Crystal.
I do like wine.
That's really good.
This is great wine, by the way.
Thank you.
It's perfect.
We're having our 2016 Pinot Noir.
it's delicious.
What is your favorite destination coffee shop?
Okay, this is a really hard question because we go to a lot of coffee shops
Sorry, put it on
You
your
do.
obviously.
all over the country. It's so hard to pick a favorite. I have 2 or 3 in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to say Story Coffee Company is one of my favorites because I love the people and I love the shop. It's a little tiny house coffee shop and it's so cute.
Where is it?
It's in Colorado Springs.
Oh, nice.
And I love
200
it.
square feet. The Nemours are great.
What did you say that I said?
Well, so we just got back from San Antonio,
What?
and we stayed in Temple, which is where my parents live, and
So you
she got so excited
to go to
because we got to
Fleet.
go through Austin, and we have good friends, Lorenzo and Patrick, that opened up a coffee shop called Fleet, which is 3
Which
days
I was
away.
excited.
And she was a giddy imagine how a kid is the night before Christmas morning. That's how giddy she was
To
that
go
she
see
got to go see Fleet.
But I had only been there
So I
once.
chose
You
Fleet
chose Fleet.
because
I did-
that's the one we just went to 2 days ago, and you almost cried.
I did almost cry, but also it's because I just love Lorenzo and
Right.
And so,
If you were a Palace menu item, what would you be?
So you are gonna name me see, I think he would name me something with the
No.
word.
I'm not gonna name you a drink like it's one that we already have.
Oh, it's one that we already have.
Yeah.
See, I made up a name.
Oh,
Is that not what we're supposed to do?
well, that's just weird.
No, it's not, because the name is awesome.
Yeah, the name is also okay.
Well, I'm not gonna know it. If you made it up, I'm not gonna be able to make up something. I chose something that we actually already
Okay.
have.
Well, we can.
I
can
played
still.
fair.
Okay. If something that we already have, you would call me the fall latte because that's what I drink all the time.
That's not funny
It's not funny.
because the Sugar Mama,
Oh.
which actually is an old drink that we used to do, and we still do.
You, Patrick's in the hot seat now. How many cups of coffee do you drink a day?
I'd say 4.
Not true. He drinks about 6 cups a day.
No,
You
it's
drink
about
2 before you even leave the house.
Yeah, but then the rest of the day I try espresso and I drink little small cups, which equals about probably 4.
Okay.
I'm not,
And you are not drinking coffee, Patrick. What are you drinking?
that's an easy one. It's pretty much whiskey.
It's definitely whiskey.
Bingo.
Yeah. I mean,
What's your
once it's
favorite
after
whiskey?
6. So Jameson's always in my,
I almost put specific Jameson, but
yeah. So I'll typically always have Jameson around the house, but been drinking Monkey Shoulder Scotch, doing Scotch and sodas a lot, just because it kind of helps me not drink as much at one time, and I can kind of just sip on it throughout the night and only have one of those.
What is your favorite destination coffee shop?
I'm so
This one's
nervous.
tough,
It's
actually.
so tough.
Yeah.
So look into my eyes and read my
Nope,
mind.
that's not, that's gotta be what, I'm not,
It's
you're
hard.
trying to know me.
Well, it's hard because there's so many great ones out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna let you say what you would say.
So for me, hospitality is a huge aspect of going into coffee shops and not just having great coffee, but also being taken care of. I would probably say Steadfast is probably the best experience I've had lately in Nashville.
I said Medici
Uh,
just because of our relationship with Michael and
Uh-huh.
how much you
And
love
also-
him.
yeah.
And
yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm
Cool.
terrified of this last question because I have no
I
idea
really
what
am
you
dying
wrote.
to
Oh,
see.
just-
Knowing that you made up a
I made
name
him a
for
drink. Just look into my eyes.
You keep saying that.
Okay,
That's not how the world
we'll
works.
we'll even change the question for you, Patrick. If you were
Okay.
to make up a drink name that would describe you, what would it be?
What would I say?
I have no idea. That's the problem. Nope. It's not gonna happen.
It's not working.
The Bald Beauty? No? That's good, right?
I
Right?
love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I would
I
never
love
say
it.
anything about you being bald.
The tall, dark, and bearded?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's gross. I don't think about it.
Okay, but I'm trying to think. So, like, if a drink on our current menu, though,
Just in general.
Like, if he was a drink, like his personality, if
What
he,
would- yeah.
he could be a macchiato, he could be
Espresso,
a cappuccino,
it
he
could-
could be
yeah.
an espresso, like.
A latte. Yeah, I mean, just something simple or a specific specialty
Yeah.
drink that we have. But
or like, I don't know. I don't know what I would say. What would you say?
that'd be a pour over.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
it takes time to
Slow
craft and you get a
and-
lot of conversation and hospitality out of it. And you get that interaction, which is what we're about, is trying to really interact with people.
All right, so tell us where the name Palace comes from.
All right, so our original location on the square in Canyon, we wanted to go into an old historic building, and the square in Canyon, right at that time, 7 years ago, was in the middle of renovations for the courthouse, and the rest of the square needed some redevelopment, and so we found a building down there that was built in 1906. It's the Smith Building. It's on the Texas Historic Registry, which is great. And downstairs was the original mercantile for Canyon, and upstairs was the land office. And then in 1912, that building was renovated to become the Palace Hotel. And it ran as the Palace Hotel from 1912 to 1960.
Yeah.
And so we're local kids. We're from Amarillo. We grew up in South San Amarillo. We went to Canyon Independent School District. We went to Randall. We graduated from there. But we actually didn't grow up in Canyon itself. And so I wanted to pay kind of homage to Canyon by being not an outsider, but not someone that grew up right in the heart of it.
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of make sure that people knew that we weren't coming in as outsiders and not appreciating where we were going. And I think Canyon's a great community, and I thought that building was such a great story. That's where Charles Goodnight would stay whenever he was coming to town to do his business. And so I just thought the name just fit
So it's kind of
what
like a
the future could be.
tip of our hat to the history of Canyon. In that way, and two, like one of our biggest things with Canyon is we didn't want it to be a college shop, because when college isn't in session, then what do? You know?
Yeah.
We wanted it to be a family shop. We wanted we felt like the old timers would be like, they named it Palace. Like, we remember when it was Palace Hotel. And they do. They come in and they tell us, like, oh, I'm so glad that you guys, did that. So we felt like by doing that, it would kind of,
Ingratiate us into the
and
community.
make it more of a community shop versus just a, college town shop.
Oh, yeah.
So, and people ask us all the time, so when college is out, are you guys dead? And I'm like, no. Because retired people come in, families come in.
Business people
You know,
come and
business
work
people
down
come in.
there.
So
we
we
have
have-
tourism in the summer from
Yeah.
Canyon and
Absolutely.
from
We
Texas.
get, that's
and it's cool.
actually some of the most fun people to get to meet are the people that are coming in from out of town.
So many
I
Europeans.
love
It's
those.
great.
Aren't they the best?
They're
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
And they love coffee.
Uh-huh.
Getting to serve espresso to Italians is one of my favorite things.
It's really cool.
I love getting to talk to tourists from out of the country when they come here and they're like, we had no idea Texas made wine.
Yeah.
And just getting to talk to them and hear their stories and hear what they like.
really cool.
And I love
fun.
everything about
Mhm.
it. It's so cool.
Yeah.
So we try to be thoughtful behind everything we do, including our logo, the Phoenix. That has a lot of it's rooted in what we did for that building, because that building was vacant for 6 years. It was honestly being talked about demolition if someone didn't do something with it. And so we felt like taking something that was dead, a building that wasn't being used, that was in disrepair, and bringing it back to life, taking a name that was dead, Palace,
Yeah.
and bringing that back to life. We felt like we wanted something that was regal, something that would have been on a coat of arms back in the medieval times, and we looked at a lot of
But
different
not a
things.
lion.
Yeah, not a lion.
We were like, we don't want a lion.
And so we thought a
That's
phoenix made
that's
the most
overdone.
sense.
Yeah.
So that's why we got the phoenix
I like it.
from that, is that
Yeah.
there's actually history behind it.
So much to our community.
Well, thanks.
And
Love being a part of it.
It's wonderful to have something so awesome right here. And cheers to what you'll do.
Thank you.
Thanks.